I am Malika Staar.
Hi, I'm Jovonna Wallace, and this is Conversations in the Kitchen,
where we'll be giving you recipes to inspire your soul.
And we also have tips and tricks to scrumptious home-cooked meals that you'll love.
And they'll fit your budget and your busy schedules.
So what are we cooking today?
So, what are you cooking today?
Well, we do all things Sassy perspective. So I have a turn and a twist on sassy salmon and yellow rice. What are you cooking?
Oh, I have all things knowing better about spinach and garlic.
Well, that's great, but we don't have any dessert.
Oh, I got that covered. I invited a special guest, and she's going to cook dessert for us and spill the tea on her projects.
Nice. Well, who is she?
Well, she's been in leadership for over 25 years. She has 8 books that she has published.
Wow.
And yes, I know, right? Amazing. And I really brought her here to talk about her latest book in collaboration with 8 powerhouse women. And her book is Inspired by Love. And she is none other than Dr. Dawn M. Harvey.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. Oh my God.
Hi, Dr. Dawn. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited about being here with you.
We're so excited for you being here. This is our first time in the kitchen.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I think you've been in the kitchen before. It's just the first time people get to see it.
It's the first time.
Y'all look like y'all know how to cook to me.
This is true.
So we're going to celebrate with a little sparkling apple cider. Do you mind? We're going to do a little toast.
Yes.
And then you're going to talk to us a little bit about this dessert you're going to be making for us. And because it's fall and it's chilly. And so what will you be making for us?
I'm going to make my mom's famous, and her name's Brenda, so it's Brenda's pumpkin spread. And a lot of people do sweet potato, so that's not really, pumpkin is not traditionally on the menu in some of our households. So I thought it was a good spin to bring something, add something that we don't usually use.
Right. I was sleeping on pumpkin for a minute until I bit into a pumpkin pie. I thought it was sweet potato, and I was like, oh, well, all right now. So we're going to do a quick toast, and then we're going to let you get started with your recipe. So here's to Conversations in the Kitchen and a brand new start.
Awesome.
Okay, so Pastor Dawn, how are you gonna make this? Because I can be your helper.
You're gonna be my helper? Okay, great. So initially what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix all the ingredients together. So simple, so easy. And I don't know about you, but I have like a super busy schedule. I have 2 children who both think they're the boss of me. And so you guys know how that is. And so you gotta find things to put together quickly. So that's what we did today. So we're going to initially put in this pumpkin spread. It's 1 full can of the pumpkin 100% pumpkin, and they'll be able to get this entire recipe on
our websites.
Absolutely.
Yes, on all our websites. All three.
And so we'll be able to share that with them in detail. But this is actually a 16-ounce can, which is the standard size that we use for the recipe. If somebody wanted to make more, they would just double it. If they want to make less, they just cut it in half.
Awesome.
Now, my mom doesn't believe in cutting anything in half because I always say to her, Mom, just make enough for you because no one's coming this, particular. She's like, I don't know how to do that. So,
you don't have to cut the recipe.
Yeah, she doesn't like that. She likes to make it exactly the way she's always made it. So, but if you're savvy enough in the kitchen to do the measurements and everything, feel free to do it. It's such a simple recipe.
It's a simple recipe. It's our garbage bowl. We got that from
Garbage bowl for all things
favorite
cooking.
TV cooking people. Okay, so and then you have what, an 8 ounce
of whip.
You hold it. I'll pull. Okay,
The entire thing in here.
Right.
So
we just like use entire things to everything. So it's just open and done.
Open and done. Quick, easy. The kids can help you do it. They'll have a lot of fun with it. And my mother does most of the baking. I do most of the cooking.
Okay.
Except collard greens, I've only been able to get her one time. Every other time she's been better than mine. You know how that is. Your mom's like, you could never cook my greens, and the one time I did it, I called her and I was like, I nailed it. But I haven't been able to do that again. They're good, but not as good as hers. Okay, so we're gonna dump that in.
And so I see you have this pumpkin spice here. So
1 tablespoon.
You need a 1 tablespoon?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And the great thing with the pumpkin spice is you don't have to measure the nutmeg, cinnamon, allspice.
All
Can you
together.
smell it? It's all
It
it's
smells
all
so
in
good.
there, right?
It's
It's
great.
But do a nice.
So a little bit more than a tablespoon.
Yeah, a little.
Just a
Just,
Oh,
you know,
just
just some
more.
extra, right?
Just
Right.
more.
Just a little extra, right?
And then my quick tip, trick, something to make it super fast for us is we need pudding. We need vanilla pudding. And a
Oh,
lot
so
of-
you're cheating.
I have a cheat.
Yes.
This is our trick and
This
tip.
is my trick
We
and tip
love
for
that.
moms.
Yes.
And so we're going to use instant vanilla pudding with this one instead of making homemade vanilla pudding. We're going to use instant. So that's my quick tip to get it done faster so that we can
How awesome.
get this ready for the kids.
Oh,
And you know, when we're cooking meals, especially around the holidays, some of the other things take so long, you know, from turkeys to greens. So to be able to whip up something quickly for dessert is always good. So let me.
All right, so that is
Use
awesome. So, I've got our superpower handy dandy mixer for you. No, you're gonna do it.
Okay.
Right. Right. Okay. Go for
Alright.
it. I'll hold the bowl.
How long do we need to mix?
Until it's combined.
Oh, okay.
You know how you can kind of tell when it's
Yeah.
all
I read the book on the train, and I mean, it was like the best read. I mean, because it covered everything from being single and loving yourself to being married and how to love your spouse. I mean, and one of the ladies, she was indignant in how she wrote her title. Like, it was almost like, so it's the what?
Help me.
help me what? You know, it was just like,
It's real.
it's
Yeah.
real.
It's
And
real.
so I like the book. It was also a section in there that talked about the psychology of love. We really don't understand the mental health that goes into love, being loved, and how the devastation of love can affect our psyche. I mean, you were
Absolutely.
brilliant with putting these women together.
Yeah, I was really led by God, and I love motivation because I've spoken for a living for over 25 years and encourage people and help them get better. But inspiration, the definition is not just being excited like motivation. The definition is moved into action to do something. So I didn't want people to just be motivated and excited. I wanted them to be inspired so they would do something, because commitment is doing the thing you said you would long after the feeling you said it in has left you.
Right.
And if you're only motivated when the feeling leaves, so does the effort. And so
And
I want
then that's
people
when most
inspired.
people's relationships dissolve,
Yeah.
because when life kicks in,
Yeah.
Jovonna knows, being a married woman, life kicks in. You 3 kids, a baby. She's getting ready to celebrate her 3rd wedding anniversary. So
It's work.
it's work. It's work, but you still gotta be inspired to push past the tired feeling or
Me and my husband and I, we call it the sweet struggle, because you have to always work to do better, work to serve,
right.
and sometimes you have to get out of your own way and self-check. But it's all for the greater good of the union.
Right, that's awesome. So while she's doing that, we are going to put this in the refrigerator because it
Get our
has
spatula.
to set. It
This
has
looks
to.
great.
Oh my God, it smells amazing. We're gonna use this spoon right here.
Okay.
And so, while she's gonna put this in the, I'm not even gonna try to struggle with this on TV.
I'll do it. Just unplug it. I'll
Unplug it. Okay, so I'm gonna unplug it. And then we are gonna move over, while you're pouring this into your pot, we're gonna move over to Jovonna, because she has this sassy perspective on salmon. Girl, did you see this piece of filet right here?
I did see that.
Okay, I'm gonna take my eyes off of dessert.
I know
It smells so good. It really does
Because
smell good.
sometimes you can eat dessert before and after.
I know.
It's not any rules in our
Culture.
conversation kitchen,
Right.
technically. But we'll let her do that.
We'll let her do that.
So we are doing a piece of sassy salmon today.
So what's your tips and tricks for making this salmon scrumptious?
Okay, so listen. Turn to your neighbor and say butter,
Butter,
Butter.
butter,
butter.
butter.
Let's all say lots of butter.
Lots of butter.
No judgment.
No judgment.
All right, so listen.
Because everything tastes better with butter.
Literally everything in life tastes better with butter.
And you know,
and real butter.
And you know I know about better.
Because now that she knows better, she uses butter.
All the time. The real deal.
Absolutely. So listen, we have a piece of fresh, clean salmon. What we're going to start with is a little salt and pepper.
Oh, wait. Yay. Dr. Dawn.
Yes.
You got to see these shakers.
So I have a quick story. So it was 8:30 because you know we usually have all the kids in the bed by 8:30, right? So it is around the holidays, and you know we just have me and my husband. We have a moment to sit on the couch and breathe. We turn the TV on, and we see these amazing automatic salt and pepper shakers. These are my friends.
Nice.
This is pride and this is joy.
Pride and joy.
Pride and joy helps me make everything in my kitchen. So with literally a push of a button on the remote, we have pride and joy. So we're going to use them tonight. Okay, so we
Watch
first
this.
start out
Freshly ground.
salt and pepper on this piece of salmon, right? So now we're going to use the ground pepper to put on here. Just let that do its thing on there.
I love that.
So, you guys want to know my trick? Listen. This is our secret, okay?
I'm listening.
I use Dijon mustard on my salmon to give it a glazy, tangy little feel to it in every bite, okay? So we're going to put some Dijon mustard.
I would have never thought to put Dijon mustard on salmon.
Right? Shh, don't tell nobody.
Don't tell nobody.
Okay. So listen, there is no measurement, all right? We just pour on there until we feel like it's enough, okay? And then we're just going to spread that around.
So it becomes like a rub almost.
Yeah, it's almost like a tangy rub that you're going to put because when you put it in the heat, it'll caramelize and give it a little zest.
Right. So what should we put the oven?
Okay, so preheat the oven to 425 for me.
Okay,
So we're going to hit bake. 425 and start. Okay.
And start.
All right. So listen, now that we have the salt and pepper, we have the Dijon mustard. We're going to put a few seasonings. We have lemon pepper seasoning.
Yes, I love lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper goes on everything.
Everything. You
With
know
butter.
you can put lemon pepper on steak and it comes out amazing.
Did you know you could put the lemon pepper in the butter that you put on the steak?
Because you cook the steak in butter, right?
A whole
Because
stick of butter because
everything tastes better with butter, even the steak. And she did it too one Sunday. Then I was here and she made steak in the butter. It was the bomb.
Yes. So we have lemon pepper. We have some adobo seasoning. We have granulated garlic. We have onion powder. You don't need too much of that because it's very potent, so you don't need much.
Right.
We have some paprika.
That gives it color, right?
Yeah. Smoked paprika has a little more flavor to it. So
Okay.
smoked paprika. And then we have a little seasonal.
Right. Because
So-
we need that seasoning.
We do. So listen. Then I have a little, let's go into my stash.
Yes.
Have a little seasoning. A little seasoning that we like to use, a little Sasson seasoning to give it a little spice, a little bite, and it also adds a great color to it. Okay. So then we're going to get a tin pan and just rinse it off. Give it a quick rinse.
Because that's another quick tip. Because now you don't have to.
I'm not
wash
cleaning
dishes.
any pan, okay?
Right, 'cause
By
you
the
worked
time
all
I
day.
finish eating, I don't want to see a pan. So we're just going to use this foil pan, and we can use and dump. But after we finish just rinsing it off, we're going to leave a little bit of water in the pan because we need a little bit of water to coat the bottom. All right?
Here's your butter.
So,
Because everything is better.
Everything is better.
So what we're gonna do, we're going to cut this butter up in cubes, the whole thing, because I mean, who uses a little butter. We have to use the whole stick of butter in every dish because, yeah, it's just only right.
And it gives us a flavor. So what kind of butter do you use?
It doesn't matter. It has to say butter on the box.
Not
Butter.
margarine.
Not margarine, butter. Doesn't matter. Okay? So we're just going to put a few cubes on here because what I want to do is also let the bottom of the salmon be seasoned. So what we're going to do, we're just going to put a few cubes of butter on there, and then we're going to use some of these seasonings to put on the bottom of the pan. So that way we don't have to flip the salmon over. We're just going to season the bottom, and it'll pick up the seasons from there when I put it down.
Oh, that's a quick trick.
Yeah.
Right. Then you don't have to worry about flipping fish back and forth.
Nope, it's just going to cook on both sides and be seasoned on both sides. Both sides, and this is a quick tip. Both sides of the meat need to be seasoned because both sides of the meats are being eaten. Okay? Right. So make sure either one way or another, both need to be seasoned. So we're just going to put that right there. Okay? Like so. And oh look, more butter. We're going to put that on top. We're just going to place these on here because what will happen is it will keep the moisture of the meat and it'll base itself with the seasonings as it melts.
Awesome.
Okay.
Right. And so our
So
oven
yeah,
has
open
been
that. Open that
up,
oven
and
for
so
me.
We're gonna put this up.
I'll
in
take that.
here.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Right.
So we're gonna do that. Once it's done, we're going to use some lemon too. But let's get this in here, pop it in here so that it can cook on 425 for about 25 to 30 minutes.
Because that's a big piece of filet.
Yeah.
And the reason you don't cover that is because...
So we don't want to cover it because we want, I like to have the seasons to just come together, add a little crisp to the top, so the heat will heat everything and give us a little crunch to the top of it. Okay, so listen, now that while we're having that cook, I have to admit that I am a cheater. Okay?
Yes.
I'm a cheater.
What you do?
Because
you're a busy mom.
I'm a very busy mom. I'm a career woman. You know, we're in ministry. Right? I do not have time to make 20-minute rice. So I cheat.
What do?
I use this microwavable 90-second rice.
90 seconds?
In the microwave.
90 seconds?
And my family doesn't know the difference. It's yellow rice. It's seasoned. They don't care. Please. So we're gonna open that.
So we each get a bag.
Oh,
yes.
Rip at the beginning over there.
Can we take it all the way off?
No, just halfway.
Just halfway?
Look, yeah. So look,
Ta-da.
we're gonna put them all in here.
Awesome.
All in. Okay. We're gonna set it for 90 minutes. Seconds. And it's just gonna cook.
Okay.
Well, while that's cooking, I'm gonna come over here to the stove. And I am going to start this nice pan right over here.
Love that waffle.
So I know. So let me
And we're cooking sauteed spinach with all
yes, it's a no better spinach. Take on spinach. So you know when I was little, I got teased because I was tall, I was skinny, and I was called olive oil. I was called olive oil.
Okay.
Right. And so I figured my Popeye, he was gonna one day rescue me, and from Brutus. I've had enough Brutuses and bozos.
Haven't we all?
So this is conversations in the kitchen, you know. When girlfriends get together. Pray for me, Dr. Dawn. Pray for me.
I'm praying for all of us.
So
and them too.
And them too.
Some of them are the way they are because of the women they've met.
Then that's true.
That is true.
We always blame the guys, but there's some girls out there that make it bad.
Say that.
I'm tired of coming behind the girls that
Listen.
To clean up, right?
Well, you know what? One thing, ladies, if you learn how to cook and take some of these tips, everybody can cook. We're cooking.
We're
cooking for real. This is all fresh food, right?
Yes.
So I start with a half a stick of butter, right? And you know, everything tastes better with butter.
Yes.
And then right, because everything tastes better with butter. So I start with already diced onions. See, this is what I'm saying. Good. Ladies, this is, come on now. My grandmother used to tell me the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I learned how to cook real quick, right?
But this is totally your cheat. Who's cutting onions?
Who has time to cook onions?
Not I.
Cut onions. So really what we want to do, this is just a white onion. If you have time to cut onion, go for it. So we are going to make the onions translucent, meaning make them clear. The longer you cook an onion, the sweeter it gets, right? Mm-hmm. So what we want to do is kind of take some of that tart tanginess off the onion and make it a little bit sweet. I'm going to, for the sake of TV time, I'm going to jack the flame up a little bit, but because I'm standing right here watching it. Mm-hmm. And so what I do is I give it like 5 minutes, let the onions sweat a little bit, and then once they sweat, I add in already sliced mushrooms.
Amazing.
You know, our grocer will pre-cut anything these days. Yes, it's a little bit more, but the couple of cents you pay more for already sliced mushrooms.
You're paying for the convenience.
It's the convenience. But it's still budget friendly though. It's still budget friendly. So.
That smells great too.
With the onions. And so I want the mushrooms. The reason why I reserved half the butter, stick of butter, as mushrooms are like sponges. They will soak up that butter. And they get so yummy. They get so yummy. And so I learned this trick from one of my favorite Food Time Network stars. I need the salt.
Prime Jewelry.
He used to tell me that your vegetables do not come seasoned. So how do I use this gadget?
Just turn it over.
Just turn it over, and so I need one of these in my life.
I think we all need one of those. That's a Christmas list must.
Isn't it a great gift?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I am going to put this on my wish list on the website. Yes, I want some pepper because you know we have to season in layers. Oh, I love that sound. And you know, there's nothing like fresh cracked black pepper.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes,
you know, it just really makes it taste good. So I'm just stirring this around.
Oh, that smells great.
And so I'm just watching see how it's starting to glisten. Let me do that. So it looks great. TV people in TV land. So Pastor Dawn, so I came to the book launch, right? And here was all these
140 people.
140 people. You played it in how long?
4.5 weeks.
In 4.5 weeks.
That's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was supposed to be a 30-person book signing, and God just said, "This is my book signing. I'll do what I want." And we went, "Okay." And it was great because from beginning to end, He really moved, and people were helped. And I mean. And I love being a part of events, and I love, hosting events, but I really want something to manifest. We produce results. If results aren't happening, good results, then we're not doing what we need to do. And so I really feel like people got what they needed. They were able to take things home, and we're still getting testimonials from that day.
That's great.
So will you eventually add the testimonies into another production of the book? I mean, people can get the book now, but eventually will you add the testimonies?
I haven't really thought about what we're going to do next yet. We are going to have an event next year. We did decide to do that. You saw them bully me into that on the microphone, so I will not get out of that one.
Right now, it's national.
It has to happen.
So it has to happen because all our viewers will then be watching to find out when they can be a part of the Inspired by Love.
Embrace your greatness.
Embrace your greatness. Yes, embrace your greatness. So you had some special guests there. First, let's talk about the ladies because these were all your friends, but there was no egos in the room. Everybody was humble, and these women are powerhouses in their own ministries and their own. How did you pull that?
Well, I think you attract what you are. And so, I mean, growth and ego go together. We know everything comes from God. So you start sweating yourself, it's not cool. And I've always been told by my mentors, never read your own press because they print a new newspaper every day. Not every week, every day.
Right, because you know how
Every
they
day.
treated Jesus. 1 minute it was like Hosanna, Hosanna, and the next day it was
Cross.
Right.
Exactly.
Right,
That's great advice.
Yeah, so we, just our group of humble women, but we're sure about what it is we're called to do. We're very confident in what God has called us to do. We try to execute to the best of our ability, and I think everybody just came to the table with their gift.
Right.
Just came, here's my gift. So it didn't minimize anybody else's ministry or business, because there were business women, there were ministers there was a couple pastors there, and so just valuing each other, and we kind of harnessed the environment. Now what's interesting is none of them had met each other until that morning.
Wow.
You would never
Everyone
know.
knew me, but none of them knew each other.
So everyone just came together and vibed and just.
And we're in the green room. You would think everybody grew up together.
That's amazing.
But from the person who was an attendee who knew nothing about it, I was invited by another guest who invited me to come out, and it was amazing to see women, because the media tries to portray like black women can't get along, we're fighting, we're throwing drinks across the table, we're fighting over men, and these women came together to talk about love, to talk about candidly about relationships, broken to healing, and you thought they were sisters who knew each other, but like it was almost like a sorority, and they're coming home for homecoming. That's that atmosphere you got in the room.
No one knew each other. No, not one of them. And it was great because people don't do what you say, they do what you do. So it was great to show them that we do get along and we do like each other, and there's no competition, there's completion. We don't compete with each other, we complete each other.
Right.
Yes.
And so that's really what I felt like was another achievement for us, is that it went well. As far as people, everything is perfect until you add people to the equation.
Right.
You can have a plan for a business, add people to the equation. You can start a church, add people to the equation. You can start a family, add the people to the equation. And so you just pray when you add the people, they're the right people.
Yep.
Right.
And that way there's some synergy and great energy going forward.
So I'm gonna add a little bit more butter. Right. Because butter makes everything better. I'm the better specialist, the no better specialist, and I know. So here's another quick tip I love to use. I don't have time to peel and cut garlic. I buy it already minced up in the jar. But the thing with butter is with garlic, you have to add it at the end or it will burn. And it will taste very bitter, so you don't want that. So I am a garlic harlot. But it wards off the vampires. But garlic also is a natural, did you know it is, because of the sulfur in it, it's a natural antibiotic.
Yeah.
So this is also a healthy dish. Right, because we're also, I love soul food. Please don't take my skinny for like I don't eat. I love some good soul food. But I also know the importance of eating healthy and kind of balancing it out. So the spinach is great because it's high in iron, and Malika is anemic. So I need all the iron I can get. So the great thing about this spinach in this bag, it's from a trusted source, so we really don't wash it. We just pour it out the bag.
We trust it.
We trust
it's clean.
it. It's clean. And the great thing about this spinach, this is called cooking spinach. Have you ever heard of cooking spinach?
I had not heard of
It's
cooking
amazing.
spinach.
It is amazing. Jovonna put me down on it because she is like the queen of the kitchen. And it allows you, it holds its shape a whole lot better than just like the spinach salad or, I don't know. It's just magic.
So if you have a bag of spinach, you will cook a bag of spinach. I think we've all witnessed cooking a bag of spinach, and it's enough for 2 tablespoons.
Right.
This kind of holds its texture to give you you know, the amount that you really need. So yeah, it's brilliant. I don't even know what's in it. I don't know how they make it that way, but it works. I can literally make 2 bags of that cooking spinach, and I have it for 2 or 3 servings. So it's great. It's great.
Awesome. We need, because we have a lot of people in the kitchen today. It's us, but we have some behind the scenes people we have to feed tonight. So I'm going to use the whole bag.
You want to use the top?
Yes, I'm going to use the top in just like 2 seconds. So I just wanted to get the first round down and in. And so I'm going to let it steam a little bit and turn it down just a little bit. Let's throw that back in and he's trying to get away. So let me put the top one there. And so
we already said, you know, I think I'm just going to go ahead and reheat the rice just to make sure that it's piping hot when we plate it on our platter here. All right. So, and you know what else I made for you guys? So we're going to have the sassy rice, the sassy salmon, but I also made an amazing sauce to go on top of the salmon. So you can get the whole, it's a creamy sauce, and it's just all around goodness. So
you already made the sauce, so tell us what's in the sauce. I
did. So the sauce is actually just heavy whipping cream. It is butter. Salt and pepper, a little seasonal, lemon juice, and Parmesan cheese, and a dash of sugar to cut the acidic taste. So we just let that boil and thicken up, and we're just gonna pour it on top once we're done.
That sounds delicious.
It does. I'm
ready to eat. I'm ready to eat them. Let me turn up the heat on my spinach so that we can hurry up and eat.
Awesome. Yeah, listen, it's cooking spinach, so you're getting more.
Right.
So it'll take a little more time than usual. But once it cooks down, it's amazing.
Right.
Especially with all that goodness you got going on.
Right. So I'm gonna put this other pat of butter in here. So if you can put this here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit there. I've got a little pat right here. I'm gonna just throw that in there.
Okay. And I'm gonna pull the rice out. Pulling the rice. I'm just gonna open these. Thank you, pass it on. We're just gonna open these, and can I get just that wooden spatula is fine. Thank you, ma'am. And we're just gonna pour it on here. What you got going?
I'm going to take some onion powder, garlic powder, and then some just multi-purpose all-grain seasoning, and I'm just gonna. You might as well put it all together because it's all going in the pot.
Awesome.
I'm gonna season the spinach.
Okay.
Like that.
And while she's doing that, we're just going to pour it on here. So listen, I have literally 5 hungry hippos that come to my dining room table every night. So sometimes instead of plating, it's just easy. It's easier to just put it on the platter, push it to the middle, and run. Okay? So I'm just going to act like I'm at home, and I'm just going to pour this all.
You are at home.
That's true, I am. Okay, so we're gonna put this on there. All of the bags that took 90 seconds. Isn't that amazing? Like technically, if we were not, what's wrong, Malika? You're eating? Really? Oh, okay, no problem.
Well, you know,
you're stealing.
You have to taste it and make sure if you need to add a little something.
Any excuse to do.
Any excuse, you know, it might be a little extra.
Yes. I get it.
Feel me, see?
I mean, but you could have shared.
I could have shared. Y'all taste.
Yeah. So we're just gonna put that there. Pass it on. Can you put this in our little trash bowl for me? We're just going to put this in the middle.
This will be the trash bowl too.
Of this platter. All right. I think I will take a little salt and pepper.
See?
Just a little. Doesn't need much. All right. How you looking over there, Malika?
I wanted to add just a little bit more spinach there because
Okay.
Right. So
should we pull the salmon, guys? Are you ready?
We're ready.
All right. I'm just gonna put this down. The pan is hot, so we'll just put this here to pull it out. I'm really excited for you guys to see.
I can't read.
And here she is.
Oh, that is beautiful. Yes.
Okay, so guys, listen. Can you hand me the spatula? Somehow, we have to move this salmon from here to here without it breaking.
I'm gonna let Dr. Dawn help you do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna let her help you do that.
Oh, let's use that. Look, anything will help, okay? So somehow you get that side and I'm gonna, well, you get, yeah, and I'm gonna go this way. And somehow we're gonna, yes. Okay. Okay, so we have that here. So everyone knows lemons are amazing with seafood. So what I'm going to do is cut a lemon as soon as I find where it went. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut a lemon and squeeze some juice on top of it, and then we just can use the rest of it for garnish on the side. Just to liven it up.
I just knew you were gonna pour that butter on it. I said she's gonna pour.
No, I think we have enough butter. Yeah, I think we have
Did you
enough.
see Malika's face? Like what? What's
I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but you know.
it might. Yeah, that's.
So, yeah, so let's just cut this again. And just put them on the edges for presentation.
Okay, so Pastor Dawn, I want you to taste. See that little spoon right there? Look, I need you to taste that, just to make sure it's got enough salt.
I think that's good.
We got enough garlic in there.
I think
We're
that's
gonna roll out some of that. That's nice and healthy right there.
That's
So I'm
awesome.
just gonna take this off the heat. It's pretty green color,
Did you want this?
and I'm going to. You can just put it right over there.
Okay.
And, if you can just use a towel to.
Sure.
Yeah. And just, you want to scoot it in?
Sure. Oh, so pretty.
Oh, look at that. Look,
Yum.
it's pretty, it's green, it's scrumptious. Get all the garlic and mushrooms. And, oh, that's a good facial right there. Ha, ha, ha.
A garlic mushroom,
Garlic,
spinach
mushroom,
facial.
spinach. I'm trying to get that one little mushroom out there. Get him. He's trying to get away. Right.
That's awesome.
Look at there.
And so now that we have the rice and the salmon plated, we're going to put some of that cream sauce that I spoke of earlier. We're just going to put it on the top and dollop it on top.
Oh,
It's nice and hot.
girl. I'm just gonna get the plates ready right here. I'm gonna listen. We can move this garbage bowl because we don't need her anymore. Right, and I'm thinking like everybody should be nice and hungry. We want everybody to go get inspired by love. Dr. Dawn, how can they get inspired by love?
They can go to embraceyourgreatness.org, or you can follow me on all social media outlets at DawnMHarvey.com and YouTube.
Great. Now you're gonna go pull that pumpkin spread out of.
Yes.
Right. And so I saw on the recipe that it goes great with graham crackers. Yes. And look at there. And so I am just gonna bring
This
these
pumpkin
cool
spread is gonna be
ladies.
famous.
Right. So we have some studio audience members that were sitting here watching. And so they can come and taste the pumpkin spread and tell you how good it tastes. You want to taste one too? And then we're going to start plating up these dishes. And so we're going to start plating up the dishes. So Jovonna, tell people where they can find you.
So to be inspired, to have a good laugh, or do some outreach in the community, you can always reach me at sassyperspectives.com. All of my social media handles are Sassy Perspectives. We are on Twitter, we are on Instagram, Facebook, and just come and be a part and make sure that you're subscribed so you can get all of my uploads and my vlogs, and you can also see when I have events in the area.
Great. I'm so glad that you have joined us today in Conversations in the Kitchen. We hope that our recipes have inspired your soul, but that our conversations have enlightened you to do better with life. I am Malika Staar, and you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter under Malika Staar, and that's MalikaStaar, the number 2. And you can find us on all those social media platforms. The recipes will be on each of our websites, and so will this video blog. Please share, like, comment, and let us know if you made these recipes. We want to see if you like our perspective on dinner tonight. Bye-bye.
Bye.